level, or you always do that?
We do that in some places. We just want to make sure the first time they've really been on the road. So we put a little crowd noise in. These guys, especially our freshmen, haven't been on the road, and really our sophomores haven't been on the road, and our juniors and seniors haven't been on the road in 15 months, where it's an actual road game, not a split game.
You played there before. Does that field house mean something to you?
I've never played there before.
You haven't? I thought you did.
This is my one of my bucket list things. Yeah, having dinner with you is one, and that was the other one. So
I'm still waiting.
Yeah, but I've been blessed to be at a lot of great places, and this one's historical in a lot of ways, but just another game. I don't get to play it, I just get to be there. But I'm excited about going down there. It's a Big East team. Lavelle's done a good job with his team, and I'm looking forward to the challenge and see how we do on the road.
A lot of emphasis on turnovers. You talked about the other night. We see them running a little today for that.
If some of them are just, I thought today defensively, before you guys came, we were really good. Once you guys came, screwed up everything for us, and it got a little worse. But I thought, for the most part, yesterday's practice was really good. Today's was really good. The offensive end wasn't quite as good.
It seemed like it was leading to a lot more guys kind of speaking up.
That's the one thing that I think it does do the problem is you don't have enough time to keep reinforcing it by running or something, but until we get it straightened out, we're going to come up with something.
Have you had much time to look at Butler yet? Older team with a lot of guys.
Oh yeah, they got a lot of veterans. They've had some guys that are out, one suspended that started last year that's going to play in our game. So same old, like Kansas, you don't know who you're playing against in some ways, but Butler's got a lot of people back, and he does a good job coaching them. So, he was a John Beeline disciple, and he's done a great job. So, yeah, we got our work cut out.
I know you were concerned a little about free throws last week. I told you before, I can make free throws. But you guys shoot a million of them. What do you do to get better at free throw shooting other than shooting them?
Well, I think this day and age, most kids, the mental toughness of people is a lot less today than it was 10 years ago, because they're so barraged with so much crap. So, it's just kind of, that's what we're trying to do, some pressures type stuff, a little different. We came in, Saturday and they had free throw shooting. Sunday they had an extra free throw shooting. It's just getting reps in. But I do think we're a good shooting team, both from the three and free throws. But, sometimes if you miss a few, it gets in your head. I'm not really worried about it. I'm concerned only because the good news is we could show them where it cost you a game, and I'm not saying we would have won the game, but if we shoot any decent from the free throw line, it's a lot different game.
What do you think about Hauser and Malik rebounding and leading the break? It's something you kind of probe it a little bit this year. Any early
we're trying to do something a little bit different because both guys we feel can do it. It's exciting for them to do it. It's something they want to do. And so, as you give and take in this job a little bit, that's one of the things I give and take on. I think if you look at this year compared to last year, Joey turned it over all the time. He's never turning the ball over now. So give him a responsibility. Responsibility comes with a rank. And the ranking is that you have to take care of the ball, and I think they've done a better job of that.
You're still evaluating that?
Yeah, we'll do it some.
What have you seen from just a couple of the younger guys, from Jaden and a couple of other guys kind of coming into their own the first couple of weeks, and what have you liked from that?
I don't know if they're coming into their own yet, but Jaden he's going to get better each and every day. Max, I think he'll get a lot better as the days go on, but Jaden, is making some progress. I think he's realizing that if he could guard and run those lanes and offensive rebound, and I keep using Charlie Bell as an example. He's got similar skills and qualities. He's got a great mid-range game, and he can shoot a three, but not as effective as some of the other things he does. And so if he just do the things he's got to do to keep himself on the court, I think he's going to grow some. And Pierre, hasn't gotten as much of a chance yet, but we put him on a scout team like we did Julius, and I think it's helped both guys. Just get more reps and play more, and they've done a pretty good job.
And as you mentioned, going on to the road, being in an environment that's going to be loud and giving that kind of experience to a couple of the guys who haven't had that before, especially yourself. What are you excited about most, at kind of being in that environment for everybody?
You're always excited to see how your team responds, and as crazy as it sounds, I mean, nobody's played in front of anybody for a long time. I mean, we played in front of 20,000 people in Madison Square Garden, but it wasn't a hostile crowd by any means. And so playing in front of a opponent where the crowd, I mean, this will be 4th of July and Christmas there, will be great. It's kind of learn a lot about your team, see how they're doing, see if they are mentally tough enough to handle it and physically tough enough to handle it.
Tom, is this a tricky scout at all? I mean, you mentioned the guy suspended. I mean, he's a veteran point guard for them. I imagine maybe different as
The scouts of them in Kansas, as you know, has been crazy because they've got a transfer to a kid from Eastern Michigan, and he hasn't played in 2 of the 3 games, so you don't have any film on him this year. The point guard, you're right, is a kid that hasn't. So, yeah, those make it different. You can't even get a feel for them. And, we went through that with Kansas a little bit. We got to try to figure out a way to do a little better job, and we're trying to do that.
I didn't realize you never played there. How many times have you seen Hoosiers, do you think?
Oh, I've probably seen it 5 or 6 times, not 100.
Okay.
It's not, I mean, Gene Hackman's good, but he's, Gene Hackman.
It's your favorite sports movie, though, isn't it?
No.
No?
No. I don't know what my favorite one is, but For the Love of the Game is one of my favorites.
Very good.
Huh? You like that?
Better than Field of Dreams.
Yeah, I think it is. That was a good one, and Moneyball's pretty good. Another good one. 2 baseball ones. You should be.
You're coming along.
42. I like 42.
You're coming along.
Yeah.
I figured you'd be
We don't need to hear anything. Slapshot. I live Slapshot. Yeah. I watched those 3 guys play at Marquette, Michigan. So that's not as exciting of a movie because I lived the real thing. Probably threw a bottle at him, come to think of it, back in the day. It's legal back then.
Back to the sound piece. Is it an advantage to being loud sometimes?
I think, I think it is. I think it's exciting. I think when you go on the road, there's nothing like quieting a home team. That's one of the neat things. The more energy. I mean, last year I'd rather have been at Wisconsin in front of people than home in front of nobody. So I think there is a little bit to say about that.
You like the way Hogard is putting pressure on defenses? It seems like he's a downhill threat.
He's a downhill threat, and he's just got to make sure when he goes downhill he's under control, and that's the big thing. The way the game is being called right now, to me it's getting to be a little bit of a struggle with this verticality thing. Verticality means you go up in A, you come down in A. When you go up in A and you land in B, it's not verticality. And I think once you go up, if your hands are up, I think you can do whatever you want, and it's not a foul on the defense. So that makes it a little harder for him getting downhill against 7-footers that are in there. So we're trying to make some adjustments to that. Like to kick it out a little bit more instead of kicking it in. That's where our turnovers come.
But he gets the spots, doesn't he? He's got some strength.
He's got strength. He's a pretty good finisher. Believe it or not, Tyson's even a better finisher with his left and right hand. He's just got to learn to pull up. It's a little different level here with 7-footers in there compared to maybe what he's played against.
Team defense, you feel like it's
improving. Improving, yeah, it's improving. It was actually decent at Kansas too. It's the turnovers that killed us, but it's improving. Thank God we got a ways to go yet.
For the number of new players you have at key places,
I think that's the biggest challenge right now is you look on the perimeter with Jaden and Max, the 2 point guards who are really all but new, and Gabe's the only one with any real experience. So 4 of our 5 guys on the perimeter, and the perimeter is a pretty important spot. Your guards are pretty. So that's going to take a little time with them, but I think we're heading in the right direction.
So you're flying, right? Yeah, flying, right?
We're bussing.
You are bussing?
Yeah, we're bussing. Division II. Want to get back to home? I'll probably call Mariucci on the way, ask him what that bus trip from Northern Michigan to Akron was like back in the day, you know, when they played in the Division II tournament. So, you know, we just had a chance. I think they're always asking us to try to do what we can do, and believe it or not, because of where the airport is and where it is here, you know, we'd save an hour and a half flying, but it's not like we'd save 3 hours flying.
You kind of like busing, don't you?
At times, yeah. I mean, it's not bad. It brings a little camaraderie with your team. They get some rest. You know, the bus isn't packed, so yeah, I actually don't mind it at all.
Looks like Gabe's put in some work on his in-between game a little bit.
Yeah, his mid-range game is improving. Gabe has really improved, and I just hope his ball handling that keeps improving. Those turnovers on the break got to change. That's one thing he's done a poor job of, but I think he gets going at such a warp speed that he doesn't put the ball down before he puts his feet down, you know.
Yeah, he's so eager for this season. It's like he's ramped up, and that'll go away, right? I mean, because he's so eager to be a captain.
You know, it'll go away, and I hope it doesn't all go away. Right. I mean, that's one of the things I love about the kid. He is genuinely excited to play for the season, to be a captain, to make shots, to even to play defense. He's improving in that area. Gabe's having so far one of those years that you hope a guy has, where he just keeps getting better in his senior year, and hopefully it's his best year.
Coach, you mentioned